Hi everyone. I was just sitting here working on the lockets that I'm making for the Reality versus Illusion show. It's an exhibition I'm participating in Sydney in October, and since I'm making more large-scale sculptural work, large scale for me, I thought it'd be interesting to show you a little bit of my working process when I work on stuff like this. These are lockets. I'm making a series of lockets, and they're not your typical small stick a picture in it, wear it around the neck type of locket. They're like little worlds. So I thought it'd be interesting to show you a little of my working process. I'm just going to move you around. That's Amber. She decided to climb up there when I couldn't get her down. So this is one of my sketchbooks. When I make larger scale work, I tend to go back to the techniques I used in college for really planning out my design projects. This is just sort of guidelines for the show, and details I've highlighted. Here is a brainstorm. When I first start working on a more conceptual project, I like to brainstorm and get my ideas on paper so that I can visualize and map it out. You know, I went through a bunch of different ideas, like projective persona versus inside, dirty little secrets, beauty versus ugly. I knew that I was going to do lockets. The concept I finally landed on was dreams, because my dreams have been very vivid since I was a child, and a lot of the time they seem very real to me, and sometimes I even have a hard time discerning dream from reality. I'll think that I'm thinking of a memory, and then suddenly I think, oh, wait, is that a memory or was that a dream? And I have a hard time discerning certain things, which makes for some interesting life experiences. But so anyway, I decided to concentrate on dreams. This is just a little sketch from a recent dream. Looks like I forgot to put the date on it. And I used to keep a dream journal. I don't so much now, but I used to keep a dream journal, so part of my research for this was going through my dream journal and looking through a bunch of the dreams, and that was pretty interesting because that dream journal is from about 10 to 6 years ago. So this is a dream I had recently, and it was about a friend who I haven't seen in about a year, and it was a very random dream. There was really no reason for it, and so I printed it out and pasted it in here. And then I went and I looked through my dream journal and I wrote down a bunch of dreams, and I selected a few that I am going to work on. And see what else is next. So this first dream that I am working on is it's a dream about my dad, and say what you will about women dreaming about their fathers. My father passed away 5 years ago, and I just sort of view my dreams of him as a continuation of our relationship. When I lived in Australia, he kept talking about coming to visit me, but he never got a chance to. So after he died, I had this dream where we were walking through Sydney, and I think we were going to the Powerhouse Museum, and I remember distinctly taking him through this little map of Sydney that I used to walk when I would go from Hyde Park down to Circular Quay. And so this is from that dream, and there was this building that I distinctly remember, and I have it on a map somewhere. But so this is that building. Somewhere in the dream there's this very red presence on my left hand side. So that's where this is. This is going to be painted or enameled. And there's us. I don't know if I'm going to have little people in there, but that's us. And so this is just, you know, my preliminary sketches and ideas, and, you know, trying to color map it. These are sketches of different mechanisms, like a catch for the doors, and a different type of hinge. I have lots of great books that show me good ideas. One of those books is Boxes and Lockets from Metalsmiths, or I'll put the resource on the blog. So anyway, I'm, you know, decided to do these hinges and make little hinge plates for them, and I sort of ran into a problem, which is part of why I decided to make this video. Not as a way to procrastinate, but just as a way to show you my working process. I'll show you the locket, or what's made of it. So this is the body of the locket. You can see it's quite large. And this is copper, silver solder inside, and it's got this nice little shape. And I have the doors. These are the doors. I was hoping that they would open up like this, but that might not be the case. What I didn't consider when I was making these little hinge plates is that the hinge plate has a flat side where the hinge is supposed to go, and the hinge plate is flat, and unfortunately this side of the door is not flat, and also where the other hinge plate is supposed to go is not flat, and this hinge plate is flat. So I started putting this together today and realized that's not going to work. So I am now ready with a piece of manila folder and my trusty sketchbook, and I am working on figuring out a solution for this. One thing I love about being an artist is that one of your biggest skills is being a problem solver, because you're constantly coming up against little issues like these things, and you have to sort of think on your feet and figure out solutions for these problems. So that's what I'm currently doing. I haven't drawn it, but I think I'm going to do some sort of a deck that has a frame, a little decorative frame, and that will just give me more working space to attach hinges or opening and closing mechanisms to for the doors. So I'm sure I'll have process shots of that on my blog, and hopefully I will be able to make another video for you in the next couple weeks. Alright, thanks for listening. Bye.